Hello, my name is Karimi Alonso, and my teammate is Jacob Blackmore. Our password is Purple, and we're in group 2. Today, we will talk about how to ace a job interview. Many of us look great in paper, but we just don't know what to do when it comes to the job interview. Knowing how to ace a job interview will help you get that job that you've been going to college for. Oh my God, I'm sorry, we have to start again. I forgot everything.
We could do a practice run first if you want,
Okay,
without
okay,
recording
let's.
and
I'm
then
gonna start again.
okay, you
Okay,
can just yeah.
okay. Hi, my name is Karimi Alonso and Jacob Blackmore. Our password is Apple, and we are in group 2. Today, we will talk about how to ace a job interview. Many of us look really great on paper, but we just don't know what to do when it comes to the job interview. Knowing how to knowing how to ace a job interview is important for you so you can get the job that you've been going to college for. Today, we will learn how to dress for a job interview, what to do during a job interview, what not to do, and how to answer questions for a job interview. First impressions are very important, and especially for a job interview. That means dressing and looking good and presentable. It is important for both men and women to dress professionally for a job interview. Most often, that means wearing a suit. Even if the position does not require a suit, you still need to dress up. Never dress down for a job interview. You want to look presentable and smell good. Michigan State University compiled a list of tips on how to dress for a job interview, which I will share with you today. For men, dress in a comfortable and fitting suit. That includes a matching jacket and pants, a tie, a shirt, dress up shoes, and a matching belt. Wear dark colored suits with a light colored shirt. Avoid loud and flashy ties. Make sure your clothes are neat, pressed, and never show up for an interview in wrinkled clothes. Personal hygiene is also very important for both men and women. Shower or bathe on the morning of the interview. For men, shave, and if you have a beard or a mustache, trim it and make it neat. You need your hair to be styled and conservative. Use deodorant, but do not use colognes, perfumes, or aftershave, which could be overwhelming and cause an allergic reaction to the interviewer. Brush your teeth before you leave for the interview and do not eat or smoke right before the interview. You want to have a fresh breath. For women, it's also useful to be professionally dressed during an interview. You need to wear a comfortable and fitting suit, which could be a shirt, pants, or a skirt. It includes a conservative blouse with your conservative low heeled shoes that are not open either in the toes or in the back. Never wear shoes that you would wear to a club. Your suit should be simple and dark colored with a brighter blouse. No animal prints, anything lacy, sheer, or low cut. Wear knee-length skirts and nothing too tight. As for makeup, wear shades that are neutral to your skin tone. Avoid bright and unusual colors and very long nails. Keep jewelry and hair accessories to a minimum. Stick to those that are not flashy, shiny, or distracting. Your hair should be neat, clean, and conservatively styled. You can wear your hair in a updo or a low ponytail. You should look polished and professional. Good hygiene and professional. Good hygiene, where are we? Good hygiene and dressing professionally shows respect for yourself, your interviewer, and the company. Now that I've told you how to dress for a job interview, I will let Jake tell you how to answer questions during a job interview.
Thanks, Karen. It's important to know exactly how to look for the interview, but it's equally as to know and how to understand and answer the interviewer's questions. Being honest is important. You'll want to be honest about your abilities and your qualities that might offer that you can offer to a potential employer. If you lie and you get the job, it will be apparent quickly that you are not honest with the interviewer, and you will be fired quickly. Next, it is just important to be listening to what you are being asked during your interview. Listening can be the best way to show that you're interested and that you have your time vested into the company. And you will also be able to answer their questions correctly, which is important in an interview. Whereas if you're not listening, you'll show that you actually just don't care about the job and you don't really want to be there in the first place. While answering the questions, it is important to remember that you may draw from your past experiences. In an interview, it's often the situation that you're asked many situational questions. When these questions arise, it is important to draw from experiences, some past, maybe good or bad, so that you can teach or you can tell about how you work under pressure, or you can answer about how you can solve problems. Lastly, when answering questions, it is important that you answer quickly and in a timely fashion. It is important that you answer in the right amount of time, not going too fast or taking too long, as if you go too fast, it may show and convey that you are lying or you just came up with an answer on the spot. Or if you take too long, then it may show that you were either not listening to the question or that you're just stalling for time to come up with an answer that's desirable. Listening, drawing from personal experiences, and answering in a timely and honest fashion are some of the best ways that you can show your interviewer that you are the best person for the job. Here's Karimi to share a few tips with you.
Thank you, Jake. Dr. Randall Hansen, a career development specialist, suggests what to do during a job interview. A few days before the interview, do research on the company that you're about to go to. Arrive 10 minutes late, arrive 10 minutes early, and if you're running late, call them ahead. Greet the receptionist or assistant with courtesy and respect. Also, greet the interviewer with their title, such as Doctor, Mr., Miss, and then their last name. Shake hands firmly. Wait until you're offered a seat before sitting down. Sit upright, look alert, and interested throughout the interview. Show enthusiasm for the company and the position. Have confidence and high energy levels, but not overly aggressive. Maintain good eye contact. Ask intelligent questions so as to look interested in the position. Sell yourself to the interviewer. Tell the interviewer why you are the best candidate for the position. Close the interview by telling the interviewer that you are ready for the job and ask for the next step in the process. Finally, write thank you notes 24 hours later after the interview to thank your interviewer. Remember, showing courtesy, intelligence, and enthusiasm for the position will improve your chances of getting the job. Now that you know what to do during a job interview, we will have Jake tell us what not to do during a job interview.
Thanks, Karimi. Here are some simple don'ts that may help you considerably during your interview. First, don't chew gum. Chewing gum is often rude and will interfere with your ability to answer questions. You may also choke, and it's just not a good idea to chew gum. Don't just rely on your skills and your abilities. Just because you can do the job doesn't mean that you'll get the job. Remember, during an interview, you must be liked, and because oftentimes you will work directly with your interviewer or in an indirect fashion. Don't use crass language or slang. You might offend your potential employer, and they might not understand what you're saying if you're using slang language. Don't joke. Joking is funny, but there's a time and a place, and just because you think it's funny doesn't mean that your interviewer will think it's funny, and it can be a negative when compared to other interviewees. Don't offer any negative information about yourself. The goal here is to make yourself look good and appear in a favorable way for your employer. Remember, the goal is to try to get the job, not get the job. Make sure your cell phones are off, and if they do ring, make sure you silence them quickly and you're not answering, as it's very rude to answer your cell phone during an interview. And also, don't ask about money, salary, vacations, sick days, leave days, anything related to the topic of days off or money, how much money you're going to make, as you shouldn't ask these things until you're actually offered the job. Following this simple list of do's, don'ts is a great way to stay on track during an interview. Now that we have heard how to dress, how to answer and respond during an interview, and what to do and not to do during an interview, let's get out there and use what we have learned to get the job that we've always wanted. Thank you.